Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a video about Universal Studios Japan's new event. It just started. It's called Universal Cool Japan, and this is the umpteenth time they've been doing it. No, actually this is the 4th year that they've been doing it. It started in 2015, I believe. Back when it started back in 2015, the main events were Attack on Titan, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Evangelion. And it more or less hasn't really changed other than the IPs changing every year or so. The basic event is the same. They get a bunch of shonen-ish series, anime or manga, sometimes games in the case of Resident Evil and Monster Hunter, and they create new attractions based on these IPs that you can only participate in at Universal Studios Japan. So it's an event that takes place within Universal Studios, and it's not always extra to participate, but some parts require extra money. Anyway, this video is going to be all about Universal Cool Japan, all the details. I will also have links to my blog where I have all of this information written out with links and explanations on how to get your tickets. So if you want some more information, please check the information box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, do those things for me, pretty please. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to break this video down into 5 parts so that it's a little bit easy to follow. If you notice, I have videos playing in the background. These are all of my USJ videos, so you get me with me, featuring me. If you want to check out those videos, I made a whole USJ playlist that includes videos of Universal Cool Japan as well as other parts of the park, so please check that out. So the first topic, what is Universal Cool Japan? I kind of explained it at the beginning of the video, but to expand upon that, Universal Cool Japan is a collaboration between Universal Studios, which is the Universal Studios that you know in America, but is in Osaka, Japan. So it's a collaboration between Universal Studios and usually the Shonen Jump manga company, and they work together to create new attractions that guests can take part in at Universal Studios Japan. These attractions are only available at Universal Studios Japan. They use already existing attractions within Universal Studios Japan, and they kind of just revamp them into a new attraction. While these attractions are in Universal Studios, they are within the park and they use park attractions. They often require a separate ticket in order to ride because there are so many people that are interested in riding. These tickets for most of the attractions do not need to be purchased. You can get them from a ticket, like a ticket counter. There's a little special ticket counter that they make for Universal, or that they made before in years past, where you could just go up there and you tell them what you want to ride and they'll give you a timed entry ticket. If you can get this timed entry ticket, that means you can ride the ride. If you do not get this ticket, in most cases you're not going to be able to ride the ride. There is a normal wait line sometimes. I think Attack on Titan, the attraction, never did a normal wait line. You had to have the timed entry ticket. Evangelion, you could either buy the express pass ticket or you could just wait in a 4-hour line. Monster Hunter has never ever needed a ticket. Please don't spend money on that ticket. The only exception has ever been the Resident Evil event, which is a separate escape room event. It is separate from the park. You have to be in the park. You have to have a park ticket to go and buy a ticket for the escape room, but it is run by the escape room company in Japan, so it requires an actual separate ticket to be purchased with more money. It's not expensive, but you kind of want everything to be in the park for free after paying like 70 bucks to get in. So I don't know, if you're ballin', you just do that, I guess. Next question, I guess. It's a series of questions. I wrote it down like a series of questions. So I guess question number 2, how long does it last? This event does not go on all year round at Universal Studios. It is only for a set period of time, and this period of time so far in the 4 years that they have done it has always been in the winter, starting in January and going until June. Why does it go until June? It is because from June there is a summer event, usually I think the beginning of June. In this case, it's kind of split into two parts because there is an event already going on, I think. I think that's why it's split into, actually I don't know why it's split into two, that's my guess. But it is split into two parts. The first part starts from actually last weekend, I believe, and will go until March, and then from March the second part begins, but the other parts continue, and then they all end in June. Question number 3. What attractions will they have this year? Well, you're lucky because I just wrote a long blog post about this. The attractions they have this year will be a Final Fantasy VR ride. It's going to take place inside of the Space Fantasy the ride. Similar to the Kyaripamu of yesteryear, the Final Fantasy VR ride, you have to wear a VR set while you're riding the Space Fantasy indoor roller coaster, which I have not done. I didn't do the Kyaripamu one because, again, wait times, I'm not about that life, and I don't buy express passes unless I really want to. So I've never tried the VR plus Space Fantasy thing, but it's Final Fantasy, so I'm going. And I'm probably gonna have to buy an express pass. I'm not proud, but I'm saving my money because I've been playing Final Fantasy since it came out. I've been a Final Fantasy VII player. I had the strategy guide. Actually, I didn't have it, my friend had it, but we shared because we were friends, that's what you did. I got the golden chocobo. I got all of the ultimate weapons. I'm pretty sure I beat all of the weapons. I'm pretty sure I beat them all because you could just use the Mimic and Knights of the Ground. I've been a huge fan of the game. The series, I watched the movie Advent Children. I played Dirge of Cerberus. I did not play Dissidia. I think was related, right? Like I kinda, I'm more of a fan of the original. I am eagerly anticipating the re-release that's supposed to have happened already and is supposedly actually being worked on, but maybe it's probably not and we're all just holding on to nothing. But yeah, anyway, I'm a fan. So I am really looking forward to this ride, and I'm sure basically all the other gaming fans in Japan are too. So it's gonna be really crowded, and I will definitely recommend that you just probably buy an express pass for that. Detective Conan, I think it's called Case Closed in the States. I don't know about other countries, but in Japan it's called Detective Conan. There's going to be a three events to go with the Detective Conan part. There will be an escape room, which I believe is like the Resident Evil, so it costs extra. There will be a kind of a hunt, like an Easter egg hunt, but for Detective Conan. And then there will be a restaurant similar to Sanji's restaurant during the One Piece event, where but this time it's a murder mystery restaurant, so you're not actually going to solve a murder. It's more like a dinner show. You're going to watch the park actors act out this Detective Conan dinner murder story. I went to the Sanji one almost every year until last year, and I've been going to that since maybe 2013 with one of my friends who was a big One Piece fan. The dinner shows are really good. If you do anything at all, I highly recommend them. Obviously, because it's a dinner show, it's an extra cost on top of going inside of the park. It's not unreasonable because you're getting a full course meal plus a drink, I believe. So it's not terribly overpriced, but I mean, if you weren't really ready to, like, you know, spend all that money, it kind of sucks that you have to pay extra, but it's kind of worth it. At least it was in the past. I haven't been to this Detective Conan one. I have to say I'm probably not gonna go because I am not interested in Detective Conan. But if you do go, let me know because I would like to know how it is. Another attraction that they will have is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. They're gonna have Sailor Moon there. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So it's gonna be the Sailor Moon attraction. It's gonna take place, I believe, in one of the 3D, 4D theaters. Let me check. It's gonna take place in the 4D theater, which is usually where they do the Sesame Street Shrek attraction. So that means it's basically you're just gonna sit there and watch like a short 4D film featuring the Sailor Scouts. Not much attraction wise, but I'm certain that a lot of people are gonna want to see it because Sailor Moon is still very popular in Japan, and events like this, especially for Sailor Moon, get crowded really fast. Unfortunately, this Sailor Moon attraction will not start until March. It's gonna start mid-March. March 16th is when they start the Sailor Moon attraction. So yeah, you gotta wait. If you're going to USJ before that, unfortunately you will not be able to try the Sailor Moon attraction, but they will have like stands selling the goods. Those will already be available, and I think there's like a trick, like a photo spot you can take a photo at. So that stuff will be available, but you will not be able to try the attraction until March 16th. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be super duper long lines, so I highly recommend that you get the Express Pass. There is an Express Pass, I believe, that includes Sailor Moon and Final Fantasy. When I wrote the blog post though, the Sailor Moon Express Passes were not available for purchase yet. They should be now, and I actually should check because Express Passes can sell out. This is true. So I should go check that. But yeah, you could probably buy them together. The final attraction for this year is going to be the ever-present Monster Hunter, The Real, because there's a huge sculpture of one of the monsters from Monster Hunter, and I guess that makes it pretty real. This is not really an attraction, it's more of an exhibit. They create these like sets of scenes from Monster Hunter that are life-size and you can walk through, and it's really a nice place to go in the winter when you're really cold like I am now. Actually, my house is freezing right now. So when you're at the park and you just want to go inside, Backdraft and Monster Hunter The Real are probably your best bets. This attraction, you really don't need Express Passes, at least you haven't in the past. I don't know how it's changed though. A lot of the commercials that have been on TV recently say it's brand new, it's different, it's gonna do something amazing. We'll see about that. I'm probably gonna check it out when I visit not next month, maybe the month after, because it's really cold now. We're at like 0 degrees Celsius most days, or like this week, so I don't think I'm going anytime soon, but once it gets a little bit warmer, I'll check it out, you know, it should be cool. So, but that's all of the attractions that they're having this year. It's actually a bit, I think it's one less than previous years maybe. I do feel like they had more attractions the very first year that they did it. I keep saying attractions, but most of them aren't really attractions. But let's just keep calling them attractions for the sake of, you know, this conversation. The fourth question, what attractions did they have before? Well, I kind of also talked about this at the intro of this video, but they had a lot of attractions before. Monster Hunter, they've had every year. The very first year, it was Attack on Titan, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Evangelion. Those were the big attractions that they had that year. The year after, I have my blog on my phone so I can check because I don't remember. Like, it's all a blur these days. Okay, so the year after, they increased it by one attraction by adding the Kyari Pamyu. This is 2016. So that year it was Evangelion, Attack on Titan, Kyari, Monster Hunter, and Resident Evil. And those were all the attractions that you could enjoy. Last year they actually had a separate but related-ish event. It was on their website. It was advertised as part of the Universal Cool Japan experience. It was called Sengoku The Real at Osaka Castle, and they basically did projection mapping onto Osaka Castle and kind of told the story of the Warring States period back, I think one of the incidents where Osaka falls, I think. Yeah, this is the battle where Osaka fell and the Tokugawa shogunate rose to power. So, I didn't go see it because I hate that. I hate the Tokugawa shogunate. I'm all like Hideyoshi all the way. The attractions that they actually had at the park were Evangelion, again, Godzilla, The Real 4D, I didn't go to that one. Actually, last year I think I only went once and I didn't actually try any of the attractions. I just kind of probably went to Monster Hunter because it's there. They also had Attack on Titan, the real 4D2. It's supposed to be like the sequel to their other one. They had Detective Conan the Escape last year. I don't even remember that. Whoa, whoops. And they had Monster Hunter, the real. So I think last year that was a fair amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 solid like attractions plus the Osaka Castle thing. That's a pretty good lineup. So this year, technically only 4 series, but within the Detective Conan, there's 3 things to do. So do with the math however you feel you can do with that. But it's a decrease, but I feel like they're also getting ready for, you know, Nintendo World and some other stuff maybe. So overall, not the most excited compared to last year or the year before. A final question. How much does it cost? How much does it cost? This is an important question, right? Because Japan is like not expensive, but you have to be careful because if you're not careful, you can end up spending all of your money on some craziness. Obviously, going to the event, just going to the park during that event, there's no extra charge on top of the regular park price. I believe the regular park price is at 7,000 yen if you include tax. I think it's about 7,000 yen for adults and 5,000 yen for children or something. So if you pay that, you can go in the park and you can see these attractions, and if they allow you to line up for them or if they have the timed entry tickets, you can get those and you can try your hand at getting to these attractions. If you are more interested in the ride everything, see everything route, you will definitely need the express passes. The express passes will guarantee, basically they guarantee you entry to whatever attractions are written in the booklet or are posted in the booklet. When I made the blog post originally, like I said, the Sailor Moon event was not available yet, so I don't have the prices for that. I'll probably just add it to the blog, and I may just like make a note somewhere in the information below. But I can tell you how much the other passes cost. So if you want the pass for 2 attractions, Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter, that's going to be anywhere from 2,600 yen to 3,500 yen. There are no children and adult passes for this. Everyone pays the same price. They have the 3 attraction pass, which is Final Fantasy, Detective Conan, and Monster Hunter, and this can cost you up to 6,800 yen. So about the price of a park ticket for guaranteed entry to 3 attractions. For 4 attractions, it can cost you up to 9,600 yen. I say up to because the price varies depending on the day of the week. If you're going on the weekend, it's going to be more expensive than going on the weekday. For the 4 pass, you get guaranteed entry to Final Fantasy and the Flying Dinosaur. Those are the 2 you're guaranteed. And then you have to choose between the Spider-Man ride, the Hollywood roller coaster, or Jurassic Park. Choose one of those 3, and also choose from Jaws, Terminator, and Backdraft. When you choose from each of those, it comes to 4 attractions that you can try. The final pass that they had at the time was the 7 ride pass, 7 attraction pass, which will cost you up to 15,400 yen, which is about 150 USD for guaranteed entry to attractions. Expensive. But it's 7 attractions, so that's a lot, right? Something maybe, I don't know. The 7 attractions are Final Fantasy, Flight of the Hippogriff in the Harry Potter world, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, which is one of the newest ones, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is actually one of my favorite rides. Just don't ride it 2 times in a row because it will give you a headache. Then you have to choose Spider-Man or Jaws, Hollywood the Dream or Backdraft, and then Jurassic Park the Ride or Terminator. And then by choosing one of each of those, in total you get access to 7 attractions. Like I said, it's not cheap. It's really not cheap. So usually I don't bother with the express passes because I'm not rich. But if I had to choose from this express pass pack, I would probably choose whatever has Sailor Moon and Final Fantasy. I feel like those two are definitely ones that I want to see this year. It'll be my first time buying an express pass and using one. But for Sailor Moon and Final Fantasy, I think it's worth it. So guys, that's it. Like, it's freezing. My hands are freezing. I don't know if you can see my breath. It is freezing in my house right now. It's probably close to like 5 to 7 degrees. I don't know, probably 7 degrees. I have my heater down here, but I'm freezing. I'm gonna wrap up this video now. I hope you found this information helpful. Please let me know if you're interested in visiting Universal Studios Japan. It's one of my favorite places to go in Osaka and in Japan, and I will be doing a video of my trip to Universal Cool Japan 2018. Please keep a lookout for that. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be posted very soon. And until then, please stay warm. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, then stay cool. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.